What's the Weatherman here with a brand new video for you guys? And I know you were looking for a TV video. I see what time it is. It's late. You got no business being up right now. It's booty call hours. What are you doing, bro? You were looking for a spicy new deck list and you came to the right dude, bro. So the main deck is hella similar to what it used to be. The only real changes is Catapult has moved to 3 from the old videos and Drillfish has been added to the deck. So that basically kind of puts us at more of a monster deck now. So, and just a quick side note, technically speaking, if you do own 3 Drillfish, I would say that I would prefer to play 3 Drillfish and 2 Booster. The only reason I play them vice versa is because I only own 2 Drillfish, and 1, it's not that deep of a problem for me to go back into the box, and 2nd, I'm not going back into the box. So I guess we'll go into the combos real quick. So I'll speak on the extra deck, and while I'm speaking on the extra deck, I will just speak on the cards necessary to go into every synchro monster that I'm talking about. So first, we've got the newly added limited Trishula. This is really nice. This is the level 9 synchro. When this card is synchro summoned, you can banish up to 1 card each from your opponent's hand, field, and graveyard. And the card that we banish from hand will be random. You will not get to choose, but who cares? It doesn't matter. You get to snatch a card out their hand and put them in their feelings. So the cards that you need to summon this, if we're going first, we're going to want to see a Serpent, a Wolf, and a Booster. So this is all you would need to be able to summon Trishula on your opponent's turn, is that 3-card hand. And I know what you're thinking, oh, it's a 3-card combo. That's not going to happen. Maybe you're coming from Master Duel or something like that. And I'll just say, mind your business. Watch how we do here, and it's going to go down. So also, we've got Flight Control. I'm just teasing a little bit. We've got Flight Control here just to kind of let you know about the consistency for you guys that aren't that familiar. We're going to be able to return a TG monster from our hand to the deck and then add a different TG monster. So that's going to be there for consistency, really nice. So we really don't even need all of our combo. We just need a bunch of differently named TGs, and that's all for us to pretty much be able to do whatever we want. So next we've got Quarion. Quarion here, if this card is synchro summoned, we can target monsters our opponent controls and in their graveyard up to the number of synchro materials that we use for it. And we use 3 monsters to go into it, which means we get to banish 3 cards from their field and or grave. So that is really nice, as well as the fact that if it's destroyed by, I believe, card effect, by battle or card effect, you can target 1 banished monster except itself and special summon it to the field. So not only do we get to banish cards, it kind of floats. So that is really nice. And next we've got the Battle Wasp. This here is just for turn 2, essentially, helping us kind of OTK and go for game. So if we summon this card using a synchro monster as material, then we get to get a 2nd attack during each battle phase, which is really nice, as well as it has a additional effect which really doesn't happen very much, but it can happen, which is when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can make all monsters your opponent controls lose 1,000 attack. As well as at the end of the battle phase, if your opponent is not taking any battle damage, you can inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each Battle Wasp monster in your graveyard, which will never activate because this is the only Battle Wasp card that we have. So next we have Squire Saga. Squire Saga we will typically be summoning beside Battle Wasp I was just talking about if we're going 2nd. So Squire Saga is a level 7 synchro, which says we can get 1 of 3 effects depending on what type of monster we banish. The only effect that we are really going to be activating is 1 of 2, which is the Fire. You can destroy 1 spell trap on the field, which is non-target for a back row. And then if we banish a synchro from the grave or from the field, then we can non-target destroy 1 monster on the field. More than likely, we're going to be banishing a synchro monster from the graveyard because we're trying to go for game. So we're going to be banishing our Star Guardian, which I'm going to get to in a second, to be able to non-target pop a monster on the field. So if we do banish itself, because it is the only fire monster we play, then we will be able to not only non-target destroy a monster, but non-target destroy a back row, which I do believe I do in one of the clips that you're going to be seeing. So next, we've got more non-target removal. So during either player's turn, if a monster with higher attack than this synchro summon card is on the field, you can non-target destroy 1 face-up monster on the field that has the highest attack in your choice if tied. This is kind of synchro Rhino, and it's basically kind of like the opposite. Rhino cares about the defense, whereas Red Wyvern cares about the attack. So you kind of have to play around this depending on like what you summon, because if you do summon a monster that's higher than Red Wyvern, like attack-wise, then technically speaking, you would have to wait for your opponent to summon a monster that's higher than that. But that doesn't really come up in this deck because if we summon Wyvern, it's probably going to be by itself. So you don't really have to worry about that. But what I do love about Wyvern is that, let's say you got the Trishula hand. You've got that Serpent plus that Wolf plus that Booster that I was talking about. If you have that hand, right, for somebody to play through this, maybe they have a book. Maybe they book Star Guardian or whatever so that your Trishula play doesn't go through. All you're going to do is banish one card from the hand. Maybe they can live with that. Well, instead of synchroing into Trishula, which, by the way, it will miss timing if you chain the synchro summon of Trishula to Book of Moon, because it is a when and not a if. So because of that reason, keep that in mind, that if you want to summon Trishula, you want to activate Star Guardian by itself. You don't want to chain it to anything. It's okay if things chain to you, but you don't want to chain to it if you want Trishula to get its effect and not miss timing. But like I was saying before I get off topic, if they do book it, what you can chain in and synchro into instead of Trishula is Red Wyvern, which, like I said, is basically Synchro Rhino, which is really nice. So this basically makes it so that our play doesn't just lose to book. You don't just book us and turn off our Synchro Summon. No, we get to go into Red Wyvern, which has a quick effect to pop a card non-target on the field. So next we've got Star Guardian, which is chef's kiss, the MVP of the deck. It is how we get everything done. So once per chain during our opponent's main phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves. Synchro summon using this card you control. So this is what allows us to quick effect synchro summon on the opponent's turn. And also, that's not it. That's not all. It has two other effects. If this card is special summoned, we can target one TG monster in our graveyard and add it to hand. On top of that, during the main phase, we can special summon one TG monster from our hand. Star Guardian does everything. It is so lovely, it's so beautiful, and it's I just don't even know what to say about it. It's the MVP. It is truly the MVP. If I could play 3, I would play 3. If we did have an extra slot, I'd probably play Black Rose, I'm not gonna lie to you. But next, I would play a 3rd Star Guardian. So basically the combo we're gonna be doing here, I will go into in the actual clips about like what we're doing with the Star Guardian, you know, what we're doing with the Quarion and all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna go into the footage right now.
Can you find this?
I want to
Alright, so actually, I forgot to turn these off. So I'm actually gonna do that. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit through her turn. Kind of set up a little bit. Alright, so they basically just summoned Zeta and they're going to pass to us. So they got the ability to target a special summon monster that we control and banish themselves and us. So it's going to be pretty nice. So we're going to special summon Striker since we control no monsters. And then because we special summoned a level 4 or lower, we're going to special summon the Werewolf from our hand. Now we're going to go into Star Guardian, which is our level 5 Synchro. He's going to on special summon target a TG in our graveyard, add it back to our hand, and then his second effect is going to activate. We're going to special summon a TG from our hand. Because a level 4 or lower was summoned again, we're going to be able to summon Werewolf, and now we're going to go into Trishula. So, pretty nice. Now we're about to be able to banish non-target one card from the field, one card from the grave, and one card from his hand. So now he wants to activate Zeta. Doesn't even matter. I wouldn't even say it's too late, because it really didn't matter when he did it, to be honest with you. We're getting 2 summons off regardless. So now we're going to go into Battle Watch Hama by normal summoning Screw Serpent, and we're going to special summon Werewolf. Now we're going to special summon Booster from our hand, synchro back into our last copy of Star Guardian, and then we're going to synchro using our Star Guardian and Werewolf, because like I said earlier, Battle Watch gets an extra effect of if it was synchro summoned using a synchro monster as material, it can attack twice. So we're going for game. Just get body. Get body. Going second as always. We already turned one day. Honestly, we love going first. We just don't get to go first a lot because they always make us lose the coin toss. So we're gonna let him do his stuff. Just gonna always fast forward through them. I'm just trying to show you TGs. So we're going to special summon Striker, big shocker, because we control no monsters and our opponent controls one. Then we're going to special summon Wolf. Oh, and he's going to Book of Moon us. So now we're going to change things up a bit. We're going to normal summon Striker because we had an extra in our hand. Still go into Star Guardian. And then we're going to special summon our Wolf. First adding back to our hand. Then we're going to special summon Wolf. Oh, not even. I don't know what I'm talking about, bro. Don't pay attention to me. Pay attention to previous me, not current me. We're going to special summon Booster. And we're going to go into Red Wyvern because he's basically Synchro right up. So, I'm going to beat over it. It's doing his stuff. We're just going to fast forward just a little bit. It's going to take too much time admiring them. They're not worth admiring. They're here just to, to show their ills. All right. I did want to show this real quick. So I did see he was kind of pressing for lethal. So he just special summoned a level 4 or lower. So we're going to special summon our Werewolf from our hand. I do think we should have actually activated our card a bit sooner. Sorry, there's extra noise going on. Probably should have activated our card a bit sooner, but I didn't realize that he would summon something that was bigger than Sunrise. So he beats over Striker, beats over Wolf. We're going to get 2 searches then. Striker is going to search for our Serpent. And then Wolf is going to add our Striker. So now we've got the full thing all over again. So we're going to special summon Striker. Because we special summon a level 4 or lower, we're going to special summon Werewolf. It's this simple. It's this simple. So I will say though, this deck does take a bit to pilot. I am trying to simplify it as much as possible. You are doing a lot of the same things over as far as what you're summoning from the main deck, but the cards you summon from the extra does vary. So now we've got the Quarion field. What we're going to do, we're going to immediately go into Quarion because we want to remove the cards from his field so we can go for lethal. So we're going to target 1, 2, 3 cards, banish them. Then we're going to normal summon Serpent, special summon Wolf, and he scoops. Like I said, and I wasn't even going to synchro summon, honestly. I was probably just going to summon the material because there was no real reason to synchro. I couldn't get rid of the back row. So I was probably just going to attack with all 3 monsters. We're good. Yep, second. Of course we are. So, here we are. We're going against Sidra. We're always just going to fast forward their turn. Like I said, we're not here to admire them. We're just here to show their ills and show our dubs. So, we're going to special summon Striker since we control our monsters, and they control 1. I know you're probably getting tired of hearing it. I just want to make sure you know it. I won't even say anything. We'll just let it go. So, Star Guardian. Right. We're going to resummon Booster. Now we're going to summon Booster and resummon Wolf. Now we're going to go Trishula. So non-target, we're going to banish a card. We're going to try to get him to flip up something preemptively. So we're going to chain Lance, making us unaffected by spell traps. So we will not be floodgated, as well as we'll get to non-target banish. And we hit another floodgate. So that's really nice. Now we're going to flight control, returning that other TG that I wasn't looking at to summon a Serpent. Now we're going to summon Wolf. We can make a level 7 Synchro. We're going to go into Squire Saga, and then we're going to banish a Synchro monster from our graveyard so that we can non-target pop a monster on the field and try to press. So he does banish, but there's no one card he can draw that's going to get him out of this situation. So I already know this is GG's, and I was expecting him to scoop it up. So this is what we're doing, bro. TG's, man, it's looking beautiful. Oh, we're going first. Looking nice, looking nice, looking nice. So we've got the ability to do the Trishula hand, so we're going to flight control and return Catapult. Just in case you're curious of why I chose Catapult of all cards, I already have Striker in my hand, which means I basically already have half of the follow-up for if my board gets wiped. So basically I kept Striker, so I returned Catapult. So next turn, if I had to use Flight Control, I already have Striker. I can just Flight Control, return the other card, get Wolf, and then, because I control no cards, blah, 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 you already know what we do. So what we're doing right now is we're setting up to summon Trishula, right? And Trishula is this guy right here, the limited to 1. So he's going to activate card to constant. He's going to draw 2 cards. Now he's going to normal summon Sage. I believe he searched for a legend, which gave me the impression that he had an alternative. I just assumed he probably had an alternative because why else would he search for legend specifically? But I don't know. He never summoned alternatives, so I'm not really sure what he was going for here. But he does activate Sage. And I believe he attempts to go into battle phase, which kind of makes us, go into our stuff. So he sets 2, so we're going to go Trishula definitely. We don't hit the back row. I mean, we don't hit Spirit of White, even though we really want to, because we can only target 1.9 target hit 1 card on the field. So we're going to banish Karma Cut, banish a stone from the grave, and randomly banish a Blue Eyes from the hand. So he summons a Blue Eyes. He's going to beat over Trish, which is fine. So we've already got half the follow-up right now. We've got Striker, so we're just seeing what TG we draw. And we just happen to actually draw Wolf, so we don't even need to use our flight control. So we special summon them. We're going to go into Star Guardian. Star Guardian is going to give me Booster. And now we're going to special summon Booster. So we're about to banish Serpent from our graveyard, which gives us the ability to increase or reduce a TG monster's level by 1. We increase the booster to make it level 2 so we can go into Squire Saga. So, bam. Banish Star Guardian. I wasn't getting any resistance from the back row, so I just wanted to go ahead and beat over him, see what that bluff was. So now it's back to us. Before we do anything, we didn't use flight control, so we're going to banish ourselves so we get to non-target pop the back row and the monster, just in case it was something that was actually to be worried about. So it did end up being MST. We're going to normal summon Serpent. Now we're going to special summon Wolf. And we're just going to go in for game. TGs are here. The disruptions, the turn 1, the turn 2. It's gas. If you were looking for a great deck list, this is it. Please be sure to like, share the video, comment, bro, subscribe, and I know you were seeing it coming, but Team 6K.